Hello everyone, it's Stray Faye here with another episode of Variable Barricade. Alright, we're just starting on Nayuta's route. We did experience Nayuta's first barricade board within the common route, but now the real meat and potatoes is here. It's all gonna be Nayuta here on out. So in the last episode, we finished up the Ichiya board, finished up the common route board, learned more about the politics of why we're in this engagement. So it's all pretty much a front. Hibari's relatives have made some really poor business decisions. And they're in a financial crisis. I don't know if the main house is in a financial crisis though. But to try to get out of it, they pretty much tossed Hibari's name for this rich up-and-coming businessman to marry her. And grandfather chose the four suitors to act as kind of like a front. So to kind of scare him away and be like, hey, she already has an engagement planned. But we're kind of pressured to make a choice. So we chose Nayuta as our first route to go through. Although they did say that if she doesn't like Nayuta, she can always switch. She can always switch to a different guy or choose no. It's just essentially we're just buying time. Alright, so let's begin with this silly man, the himbo of the group. He's pretty dense. I wonder how the romance between him is gonna go. Is he gonna be elated when he realizes he's chosen though? We're supposed to keep it a secret. Alright, Doggy Master. Though I chose Nayuta as my temporary suitor, I can't help but see him as a happy dog. Might be up to Hibari to is she gonna be able to see beyond his doggy personality? Alright, let's begin. Good morning, Hibari! You're always ready at the same time, like clockwork. Have you looked outside yet? It's another beautiful day. Good morning, Nayuta. Day after day. As soon as I went downstairs, he popped up out of nowhere. Ready to greet ya. Let's see. Your breakfast today is beetish? No, wait. Pleatish? Ah, well, something like that. There's eggs and bacon, whoa. And they're all piled up ba-bam. Anyway, it looks super yummy. Really? I'm excited then. There. Right, me too. Oh, let me get your bag. No, thank you, I'm fine. But there is something you can do for me, Nayuta. You mean a favor? Yes, hit me with it. Go on ahead to the dining room and wait, okay? Yes, understood. Nayuta Yagami will go to the dining room and wait. I seem to be getting used to this, huh? That Nayuta. I didn't know whether it was his excess energy or strong determination. Well, whatever it was, it gave me a really hard time. But I was finally beginning to get a handle on it. As it turned out, Taiga was right. Now that he's pointed it out, it's all I can see when I look at Nayuta. Even though he's my fiancé. But that's just a facade anyway. Because a few days ago, grandfather forced me to decide on a temporary fiancé. So I chose Nayuta. Oops, sorry, gonna burp. Oh, in that case, I did it because I want to protect you, Hibari. Seems pure enough. But why? I feel like we don't know any of these guys. Why are they so beholden to us? You'll always be my priority, Hibari. My number one. Absolutely nothing else comes close priority. This charm will protect me, so I can put all my focus on protecting you. Because I knew that Nayuta would never betray me. Yeah, he might be easily tricked, but he's innocent and has a good heart. Even though he caused a lot of problems, he always thought about me and put me first. No matter what he did, he did everything earnestly and honestly. I know that from living with him. I know it, but... From the reports I've read, you treat them like a group of friends with too much free time on their hands. Or like cousins on an extended visit. Ah, well, now that you're taking one of them as a potential fiancé, you'll have to think of them in a romantic context. Cleverly done, if I do say so myself. Tricked me into an otome game, grandfather. I was loath to admit that I actually agreed with grandfather, but to be honest, I thought the same. Grandfather thought that if I chose him as my partner, even temporarily, I would look at him differently. And yet, no matter how I look at him, Nayuta just seems like a pet dog or something. Even that old cute couldn't have predicted this. Good morning. Oh, Hibari's here. Hey guys, it's Hibari. Nayuta, ever the faithful dog, was waiting for me as instructed. He shouted cheerfully when I entered the dining room. Yo, babe. Morning, Hibari. Good morning, Hibari. Isn't it such a lovely day? As bright as a light in your eyes. Sure. I replied without paying him much mind and sat down in my usual spot at the table. As I did, Ichiya served me breakfast without delay. Poached eggs with toast, baked beans, and tomatoes. Now I get it. It's British breakfast is what he was trying to say. Precisely. And for a little extra something, I've prepared a special morning tea blend for you. It's actually quite a delicate tea. The way you pour it into the cup can ruin the flavor. Here you go, Hibari. It's tea time. Nayuta, what are you doing? My special tea. Is it good, Hibari? Yes, very. Oh, I just had some of these sausages a minute ago and they were super good. They're my favorite part of today's breakfast. And this bacon and lettuce are super tasty if you eat them together. And then, there's also... Nayuta? Yes? I got it. So can you let me eat in peace and quiet now? Okie doke. I got to have a good conversation with Hibari this morning. You didn't converse, you just talked at her and she told you to go away. Wasn't it a bit one-sided? Dude, don't you realize she's let her guard down with you? Huh? Guard? What guard? What he means is, don't you want Hibari to be the one talking to you? Crap, you're right. I haven't been helpful to Hibari at all. I asked him for quiet. Can't you remember what I said 10 seconds ago? Is that so much to ask? Hey Hibari, is there something you want me to do for you? No, nothing in particular. I feel like we're back at square one. Are you absolutely sure? Take your time to think about it. There has to be something. If there was, I wouldn't ask Nayuta to do it. I already have Kasuga. Maybe... No. Oh, wait. Does this help? You're trying to hypnotize us. You're getting sleepy. You'll now remember all the things you need to tell them to Nayuta. Is he trying to hypnotize me? Did that work? No? Okay then. Nayuta. Huh? Yes? Stay. Yep, it worked. Thank you for the breakfast, Ichiya. I'm off. You're getting better at training him, ain't ya? Just mind your own business. As the Tojo heir, I have never regretted any path I've chosen. Kind of worried that, like, he's gonna just stay there forever, but... I mean, he forgets things in like 10 seconds, so... You'll be fine. Until today. Maybe choosing him was a mistake. Under the clear autumn sky, I felt anxiety begin to descend upon my mind like a looming dark cloud. Like, what have I done? Why did I pick him? Alright, that was really short. Doggy Mastery. Wait, we might get through these chapters really quickly then. What does it say to choose next? Oh, we're gonna do both, but it says, let's do Gloves of Fury. Tsumugi invites me out to an arcade. Nayuta tags along as a companion, but... Uh-oh. What's the butt? Is it gonna be a big butt? Alright, let's play. Play this event. One weekend. Strangely enough, everyone was out that day, so I sat and watched TV in the living room alone. Who could that be? Ding, ding, ding. I pulled out my phone from my pocket and looked to see who was calling. It was a very familiar name. Hi, Tsumugi. What's... Hibari, you want to go to the arcade? The arcade? You know, where you play games. I heard that the arcade in front of the station has just gotten a limited edition charm of my favorite character. Like all those... Is it like a crane game? Those are really hard to win. Those are really popular in Japan, though. They have like whole like areas, like mall-sized areas of just like crane games. Even went to like... I remember going to a mall in like Okinawa. Even they had like very impressive like arcade / crane machine layouts. Bigger than you would see here. It's probably crazier in Tokyo. But yeah. Don't have much experience in arcades myself. We had like home consoles by that time. There were like a few chances though that like I got to play like an arcade. Like I remember my favorite one, it was like in like Mountain Summer Camp, we play like the Simpsons arcade game. But we did not have like a lot of quarters to get very far. A charm? Yes, to put on a keychain. It's the only store that has it. Ah, I see. Exclusives. Japan has like a lot of exclusive like merch and areas. Sometimes even like pre-ordering a book, you get like exclusive chapters depending on where you pre-ordered the novel. I was like, what? You have to pre-order them from everywhere to get the whole side stories. Or like I hear about like Harvest Moon, like plushy cows and like certain crane game machines. Like I kind of want to get one of those. I thought about going by myself, but it's not a good idea for a girl to go to an arcade alone. So I was wondering if you would come with me. The claw machines have a lot of cute prizes, and I'm sure you'd like, Hibari. Cute prizes, eh? I guess I'm kind of intrigued. But I don't know about the arcade, though. Okay, I'm not saying I'm not interested, but I just don't think Kasuga would let me. Oh. Right, of course. Well, I guess that's that. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I'll see you at school, okay? Wait, we're just gonna smother that plan? I'm home! Oh, crud. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were on the phone. It's okay, I just finished. It was Tsumugi. She invited me to the arcade, but I had to turn her down. Huh? But arcades are fun. It's more that Kasuga wouldn't let me go to such a dangerous place, you know? I see. That makes sense. Kasuga wouldn't let you... Wait a minute, dangerous? You're talking about the arcade? Well, I'm exaggerating a little, but I've been told that it's not the safest place for girls to be alone. Dangerous. Or Hibari. Nayuta? I'll go with you. Please take me along. What? It won't matter if it's dangerous. If you have a bodyguard, right? I'll protect you, Hibari. I mean, maybe. But regardless, I need to ask Kasuga for permission. Wait a minute. Now that I thought about it, Kasuga was away at the moment. He had to go to Kamakura for work. He even told me this morning that he wouldn't be back home until tonight. In other words, if I sneak out, maybe he won't ever know. Now how about it? Let's go to the arcade. You'll be totally fine. I'll be with you the whole time. I guess we can go out for just a little bit. Time was of the essence, so we have to get a move on. Nayuta and I managed to arrive at the arcade several minutes later. We met up with Tsumugi, who was waiting for us. It was the first time in my life that I had ever stepped foot in this kind of place. Sneaky. Let's see if I recognize any of the hockey. Recognize any of, like, the posters or anything. The art. So this is what an arcade is like. I looked around in amazement at how lively and fun it was. This is an appropriate place for a high schooler to go to. Wow, this place is huge. There are so many people. Yeah, it's a pretty major chain. Now where is that charm? Did you really have to bring that kid up to the arcade, Tsumugi? Those are her only outside clothes. Gothic Lolita. Ah, there it is. Ah, at long last you shall be mine. Are you any good at claw machines, Tsumugi? Nah, not really. I'd say I'm pretty average. Are you sure you got this? That's the thing you want, right? Pretty buried. I heard, like, with Japanese, like, claw games, though, they're pretty generous about, like, the employees. If you just, like sumimasen, like, they will help you, like, acquire the merch. They'll make it easier for you to grab, if it looks like you've been trying, like, a lot. Hehe. Why are you two even asking? I think you've misunderstood the situation. I'm not stopping until I win it. Don't forget they're rich girls. They have all the quarters, or I guess yen, to throw at it. Tsumugi's smile was so intimidating that Nayuta and I kept our mouths shut. True to her word, Tsumugi put several thousand yen into the machine until she got what she wanted. Though she did have to flirt with an employee once to get him to set up the claw machine, claw's position just right. Ah, victory is so sweet. I finally get to take my precious home with me. Isn't being an otaku great? Yeah. Nice job, Tsumugi. Okay then, it's your turn, Hibari. My turn? Yes, of course. You're here after all. Yeah, but I had no idea what anything was. I didn't even know where to begin. Hey, Nayuta, how about you show me how it's done first, eh? Huh? Oh, sure, which one? Let me see. I looked around the arcade again. I was interested in the claw machines, but if Nayuta was going to try a game, I'd prefer it to involve physical activity. Aha! Hey, what about that one? The box machine? I saw one before on some TV show. It's a game that measures your strength when you punch. Are you sure you want Nayuta to just hit that full strength? You can take out a telephone pole. Oh, good. Normally I'm all thumbs when it comes to more fiddly games, but I'm really good at this kind of thing. Great, then let's get to it. You got it, just you watch. Fight! Fighting! Nayuta popped in a coin in the machine and then put on the gloves in what seems to be a practice movement. Then he put up his guard and glared at the machine, his eyes shining with determination. Like, the girls are just like, yay, fight! Like, you can do it, Nayuta! Show off his strength. Nayuta, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can. Come on, Hibari, get your cheer on. My what now? You heard me. You've got to do your part too. Come on like this. Let's go. Let's go. Tsumugi wasn't letting me off the hook, so I shouted to Nayuta. You've got this. Yes. I'm gonna show this game who's boss. Nayuta then got to position. He bent his knees, exhaled sharply, and squeezed his fist as hard as he could. In a burst of raw energy, he twisted his body and swung with all his might, driving the punch home. Yeah! Just explodes. That did kind of sound like a Super Smash Bros. Sound effect too. What the? I like how the girls are terrified. Like what? He's so happy. Are we gonna have to? Are we gonna have to compensate the arcade? The boxing machine is totally destroyed. How is that even possible? I did it. I won. Did you see that, Hibari? Let's just add that to the debt. He jumped up and down with joy. His smile is innocent as ever. He destroyed it. Like a dog with a toy. He took the squeaker out. That innocence terrified me. An attendant rushed over upon hearing the explosive sound. He was speechless at the sight of the unrecognizable machine. I managed to send a text, though I was still stunned by the spectacle. Kasuga, help! Wait, that's it? He's not gonna understand what? After all that, Kasuga raced over just before the employee could call the police. Come on. Like, maybe it's the machine's fault. Why is the boxing machine so weak? It was around dusk when the manager accepted our apology and offered to pay for the damage. Come on, you have a machine that's like meant to be hit. And like, okay, we broke it, but that was the point of the machine. Ultimately, we were able to settle the matter because of my family's influence. How do we know it was gonna explode? He's like... After Kasuga lectured us at length, he left the room, and we were finally able to catch our breath. Kasuga hasn't been that mad since we were kids. I'm sorry. I went with you thinking I would protect you, Hibari, but Nayuta's shoulders sagged as if Kasuga's lecture had really got to him. Seeing him like that, I said, okay, let's act in concern. You didn't hurt yourself, did you? Oh, he has a club. There's a club that time. Don't worry about that. It's my fault for making you do it in the first place. More importantly, you're not hurt, are you? I was worried because how explosive it all was. You're worried about me even after all the trouble I caused? Oh, I'm sorry. I really am truly sorry. Doesn't seem like he injured his hand, but it looks like something else hurts his feelings. Anyway, I'm amazed at how strong you are. Can't believe you wrecked that huge machine with just one punch. Have you done martial arts or something? Was that on his profile? Like, he's won a bunch of martial arts competitions, but never stuck around to, like, pick up the reward. Does all of his opponents just, like, explode? Yeah, I mean, I've done a bunch. Karate, judo, boxing, a few dozen others. A few dozen? That's amazing. You think so? But it was just normal for all of us. I really don't think that's common. When you say all of us, are you talking about your family? That's right. Even your mother and father? And my grandma and grandpa too. Is he from a family of martial artists? They lived in like the high peaks, just training to like some godly level. What? That was way beyond just having a strange family. Is he from some martial arts dynasty? But I didn't read anything like that in his background report. Yeah, it's like very vague about where he's from. Hibari! What? Nayuta suddenly snapped his head up and shouted, interrupting my thoughts. I greatly apologize for what I did today. Next time we'll be very careful to not do something like that again. So, please don't abandon me. Start crying. Oh, come on. No need to be so dramatic. Hibari, I'm not going to abandon you at all. quite the contrary. So make sure you're ready for next time, okay? I patted Nayuta on the shoulder to reassure him, and his eyes welled up as if he'd been redeemed. You got it. I'm super confident in my strength, so you can always count on me. Well, yes. I can tell that from what I saw today. But when would I ever need to rely on that kind of strength? Guess. I mean, you're heir to a powerful family. You might need to make someone explode. I don't know. I couldn't imagine any situation warranting it. The only thing I could think of was... I sure hope I'll never find out. That about summed it up. Is that it? Another short and sweet chapter? Gloves of Fury clearing well. This is where the gloves come from. Oh, I got a whiz message. Let's read it. From Boogie. Are you alright? What a day today was. What about you? Were you okay? I'm so sorry that I had to go home early and leave you like that. It's okay, it's like, the police, run! It was Nayuta's fault. It makes sense that my family takes responsibility. Oh? Still, what a surprise. I had no idea that Nayuta had so much physical strength. I am too. Though he's feeling extremely guilty right now. Kasuga was livid too. I feel so exhausted now. You poor dear. I'll make you feel better tomorrow at school. Don't you worry. No thanks. You're scaring me. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Okay. Nice interaction. We could probably do another chapter. Let's see. Oh, that's weird. It tells us to do this one first. This one next. I mean, we're gonna have to do both regardless, but... Let's do Innocent God of Destruction next. That sums them up. Nayuta's unexpectedly drastic act caught me by surprise. Taiga tells me another crazy Nayuta story. Oh god, what other shenanigans is he getting up to? I slept fine, but my entire body still feels so heavy. I walked into the living room with my head feeling foggy and still tired from yesterday. Hey babe, pretty rare for you to oversleep. Don't ask. Yeah, that's right. Well here, drink some of this. Taiga handed me a cup of tea that he brewed himself, oh my. Apparently I looked so tired that he felt sorry for me. Thanks. So where's Nayuta today? Well, that machine he broke at the arcade got added to his tent, so Kasuga was anxious to get him to work. Oh, really? made it his responsibility. Oh, I see. I remembered how severe Kasuga was the last time Nayuta paid down his debt, and I felt a little sympathy for the boy. He didn't do it on purpose, so I'll have to tell Kasuga to not be too hard on him. But even now, a whole day later, I can still recall that moment as if it just happened. The intense, thunderous sound reverberating throughout the arcade cabinet with the busted arm, and the sparks shooting out from the game screen. That machine must have been old, otherwise he wouldn't have broken it. Babe, I get how you feel, but there ain't no point denying the truth. What do you mean? I'm saying that what happened ain't no fluke. Nayuta's like a god of destruction. A what now? Okay, so you treat Nayuta like some sort of indoor pet, so we didn't want to tell you. But since you'll be his owner going forward, you should know what he's really like. And how's that? That wasn't the first time Nayuta busted an arcade machine after all. I think he broke a kickboxing machine when we went together. My jaw hit the floor, let me tell you. You're kidding, right? Girl, I'm 100% serious. His raw strength ain't no joke. If he ever wanted to come at me for real, I wouldn't be able to do nothing but run. You feel me? Why do you hit him all the time? He's like, I gotta establish dominance. If he ever tries to hit me back, though, like, you'd be dead. That's such an exaggeration. I mean, sure, he did say he practices a lot of martial arts, but it's like how a chihuahua could somehow be, like, above the hierarchy, like, above, like, a pit bull. Oh, is it? Let me see if you think the next story is an exaggeration. Excuse me? What story? It was before we met ya. Just a little while after your family brought us boys to the house. Oh boy. You know, when it comes to drinking, nothing's more refreshing than throwing back a cold one. Oh no. Is he drunk too? He's like, what? I gotta think. You're probably old enough to drink in Japan. What? No. Beer's way too bitter, man. I'd rather have some of that sweet stuff right here. I must admit, Jeeves did a nice job. There's a great selection of wine here, don't you all think? Oh, Ichiya, would you mind serving up some cheese? I'm not your personal butler, Shion. Good grief. For the record, I don't plan on taking care of any drunk men tonight. And wouldn't you say you've had enough, Nayuta? I got it, boss. I've only had a teeny tiny bit anyway. What? Only a teeny bit? Didn't you down that whole bottle? Maybe in like Nayuta in Nayuta land? Like he eats so much, so like obviously he can stomach a lot. Like a bottle's probably nothing. Seriously. Damn, Nayuta, you can really handle your liquor, can't ya? Right? I'm having so much fun. Hey, do you think he's going to be alright? Are you guys going to be alright? He's going to be like the unrestrained drunk. Is he going to do like a drunk kung fu? Ugh, jeez. Pull yourself together, Nayuta. Here, have some water. Ugh, Nayuta, why'd you suddenly grab my legs? And that's my cue. Catch you all later. Shio knows when there's trouble. Like the cat running out. Hey, Shio, just hold. Ugh. Nayuta, wait. Here we go. Spinny spins time. Oh no. Gah! Ichiya! So long, Big Bowser. And so on. He spun him around like that till Ichiya puked. Next thing I knew, the living room was in shambles. Kasuga was practically spitting fire that day. Ever since then, we've made a rule. Whenever Nayuta drinks with us, it's one and done. After that, he only gets soda. I don't believe it. Yeah, well, you better hold on to your hat, because his next tale of heroics is... What? There's more? And you're calling them heroics? Hurrah! I gotcha! I swing in from the ropes and then go for the kill. Western Lariat! Think again, bro. No one's getting the drop on me. I'm gonna get up on the turnbuckle and... Oh yeah, that's right. Shooting Star Press. Are they playing a game? A fighting game? I know they're having fun, but I just don't get the appeal of professional wrestling. Maybe they're watching. Maybe they're watching on the TV. And they're intentionally getting hit. Are they masochists or something? I mean, wrestling, a lot of it's just a show. Like, they're just pretending. Oh, they're getting flung around. It still hurt. Yeah, gotcha by the neck. How you like them apples? Ah, no, you're doing it wrong. Wait, are they doing it on each other? That's dangerous. And there's my cue again. Run, Shion. It's like the cat. It's like, okay, gotta run behind the couch. Something's afoot. Shion? Where are you? You gotta do it like this, see? You grab right here and then Why Ichiya? Oh, what fell? That was kind of scary. I think a bottle fell. Why? Choking. You're choking. Whoa, Nayuta, what are you doing? Be careful with Ichiya. Remember, he's frail. It's fine. See, I can go tighter. Goodbye, Hibari. I'll always love you. Ichiya! Why is it always Ichiya getting the short end of the stick? Was Ichiya okay? I mean, he's still alive, so... Barely. He was practically halfway down the river Styx. That means he was half dead. So ever since then, we've been banned from watching any martial arts on the living room TV. Are there more of these heroic tales? Of course. For example, you remember that debt collector who used to get money from Nayuta? You mean those strangely gracious men? Yeah, that's right. Apparently they challenged Nayuta to a fight, but he beat him at their own game. So that's why they acted like that. Beat them at their own game? I vaguely remember those words. Like the Yakuza-looking fellows. I don't know, man. Those guys are pretty low-key for debt collectors. Usually they're much more intimidating. Well, when I first met them, they were all like, "Come at me, bro." They used to do grappling, you know. But we got to know each other more and became pretty good buds. Beat them at their own game, huh? Taiga was absolutely right. Nayuta's naive and golden retrieverish personality had probably caught them off guard. He like thought that like, are we playing? Like no, they're just like legitimately attacking him. So wait, when Taiga said Nayuta beat them at their own game, he meant that literally. I had completely misunderstood, and upon that late realization, I felt the blood drain from my face. When I got the full story later, it sounded like they brought more than 10 dudes with them, and they really went all out on him. Guess he did say they were all like, come at me to him. Well, Nayuta being the way he is, he seemed to think they were all just playing around. And he said that they became good friends. At least, in his mind, they were. Hey, babe. You okay? Your eyes are all glazing over. Is she realizing her choice? Like, what have I done? I thought I knew his flaws, like his habit of borrowing money or how he naturally caused trouble. However, he caused all those problems without any malice. So I figured they were just bound to happen and they were beyond anyone's control. But the reality was slightly different. It was still true he didn't harbor ill intentions, and maybe the problems were inevitable, but the main issue was that he didn't seem to be able to control himself at all. Why? If he makes mistakes one time, it should be logical to be more careful when a similar situation comes around again, no matter if I tell him or not. Is Nayuta not really capable of learning from his mistakes? Well, he can do some pretty foolish things sometimes, so maybe. But for him, he's probably only being careful about a handful of mistakes, you know? What do you mean by a handful? For example, let's see. Okay, let's say there's something really important to you. So he told Nayuta to be careful about it. So then he'd probably be so careful he'd bend over backwards not to mess it up. Even if that meant messing up a whole bunch of other stuff in the process. But if that's the case, then he's able to be careful. Why wouldn't he just watch out for other stuff too? You're not getting it. He'd be careful to not mess up that one thing because it's important to you. Nothing else matters to him. Taiga let out a huge sigh of exasperation. He can't hold that many thoughts at once. He's basically obedient, naive, and seems like he'd be easy to deal with, but he might be more selfish and choosy than anyone else. How am I supposed to react to this? Honestly, it seems like I needed to seriously reevaluate my impression of Nayuta. Don't make that face, babe. I know he might be difficult, but at least he won't cause you harm. So there's nothing too serious to worry about. Easy for you to say. Nayuta doesn't always listen to me. He won't try to hurt you. I mean, you would be afraid of accidents, though. Oh, yes he does. Okay, maybe he does for now, but I don't know what will happen moving forward. That's true. If you don't choose him, then you'll have no choice but to leave with his tail between his legs. That's not what I meant. I glared at him, trying to convey that I didn't mean it that way, but Taiga just grinned at me. Well, he's an extremely dangerous dog when left alone. So that's why, as his owner, you gotta take responsibility for him, alright? Huh? Who else can rein him in? And you gotta do it while Ichiya's still alive, you hear? It's just implied Ichiya's just gonna be collateral. You're acting like this isn't your problem, too. That's 'cause it ain't. Well, I'm beat. Time for a little catnap. A catnap? Excuse me? Hey! Good luck with everything. Later, Tater. Having said what he wanted to say, Taiga hurried back to his room. Oops, mashed the A button too fast. Ugh, fine. Just ditch out whenever you want. I sighed and thought back on our conversation. Is Nayuta selfish? Come to think of it, Shion had said something similar to me before. I think Nayuta is a selfish person, always doing what he wants and such. All I'm saying is that Nayuta is dead set on getting what he wants, which means he makes very selfish choices. It didn't make much sense to me even then. Nayuta constantly followed me around, asked for orders, and insisted that he wanted to be useful. I couldn't imagine what was so selfish about that behavior, but if Taiga and Shion both think so, then there might be some truth to it. There were still a lot of things about Nayuta that I didn't know. I'm sure getting to know him would fill in some gaps. Though I'm not sure this is exactly what Grandfather had in mind when he made me choose a fiancé. I'll have to keep a closer eye on Nayuta from now on. It wasn't the first time I thought that. Alright, innocent god of destruction cleared. That's an apt description. I want to keep going. I guess I'll do one more under risk that this might go way overboard. An unexpected relation. Grandfather's head of security, Kojiro, visits the house and reveals a surprising truth. Okay, like we just met Kojiro, like the other episode. Hi, Kasuga, I'm back. Welcome home, Miss Hibari. My apologies, since I know you must be tired, but you have a visitor today. Someone's here? To see me? Yes, he is waiting in the living room. I handed my bag to Kasuga and puzzled over who it could be. He would come all the way to the vacation home. Kasuga opened the front door for me and I headed inside, still confused. And in the living room, where the suitors usually lays about, there stood Kojiro. Every time I see the name Kojiro, I just think of, like, the chicken, the blue cuckoo from Ocarina of Time. Oh, Miss Hibari, thank you for having me. Taiga, Shion, and one unfamiliar man. Huh? Isn't he? Yeah, we barely met him. They, like, just threw him in at the end of the common route. Master, Miss Hibari, apologies for all the fuss. I wasn't aware that you'd gotten back yet. Oh-ho, did you forget who I am? I know I don't really stand out from the crowd. I know he's like Grandpa's bud/bodyguard. No, I remember you. You were at the estate in Kamakura the other day. Yeah, the head of security. Even though you look very sloppy for a security guard. Yes, that's right. It's quite the honor to hear that you remember me. Ha. So, what can I do for you? Oh, nothing big. The master just asked me to run an errand for him. An errand for grandfather? I'm sure I looked very confused, but he just pulled out a pastry box from behind his back and held it out to me. He said it was a fruit tart. Apparently it's from a pretty famous place. Wait, is it giving me a dessert? Great. Thank you? Why would that old vulture go out of his way to do this? Something was fishy. The tart smelled divine, but it couldn't mask the scent of grandfather's scheme. What's the holdup, babe? Don't it look good? Come on, let's slice this baby up. Hey, wait! Oh, hell yeah, this shit's famous. I saw it on TV before. Oh gosh, would you read the room? Kasuga, the tea is ready now. Huh? Oh, Hibari, you're home. Perfect timing. I just brewed some tea. Here you are, Kojiro. There's also milk, sugar, lemon, whatever you like. Gosh, don't mind if I do. He's making himself at home, getting cozy. No sense. I guess no matter how suspicious he is, he's still a guest. Since that was the case, I couldn't just have us all stand around awkwardly. I took a seat with resignation, but still kept my guard up. So you said your name was Kojiro. What is it that you do for Hibari's grandfather? Oh, just light bodyguard duty and a mix of odd jobs. Oh, a bodyguard. Oh, really? I never would have guessed. He's like very sloppy. Very sloppy for a bodyguard. Usually they're all like stern looking, like very tight suits. Not like super tight, but like his tie wouldn't be that loose. Maybe some sunglasses, I don't know. Make him look more intimidating. You're not the first one to say that. I kept my eye on him as we chatted, but as expected, I couldn't glean what his real intentions were. I'm sure grandfather was up to something. We've been talking for nearly half an hour now. Did he really just come to deliver that tart, did he? At least the tart was delicious. But more importantly, how long does this guy plan on sticking around? By the way, Nayuta's not back yet from running his errand, is he? Oh yeah, you're right. What's taking him so long? Hope he didn't get mixed up and end up in the next city over. I've made enough tea for him. Nayuta? Now that he mentioned it, I realized he wasn't here. However, just as I had that thought, I'm back! Speak of the devil. Looks like he's returned. Ugh, Taiga. That was way too hard to find. No one had a berry and wasabi flavored. Nayuta burst into the living room with his usual fervor, but then suddenly stopped dead in his tracks. And then he said, Uncle Kojiro, what are you doing here? Uncle! We all immediately looked at Kojiro. He seemed embarrassed and annoyed, but managed a strained laugh. Well, I suppose the cat's out of the bag. I should have probably reintroduced myself to Miss Hibari and the rest of you prospective grooms. I am Kojiro Yagami, Nayuta's uncle. Okay, wait, maybe that was why he didn't want to, like, introduce him. He could have just told him he was, like, Kojiro something, but I guess if he said he was Kojiro Yagami, that would put him in relation to Nayuta Yagami. I guess is that the reason why Nayuta's here? Is it just, like, nepotism? Is that why he's, like, a potential suitor? He's like, yeah, Kojiro and I are buds. Yeah, your nephew can court my granddaughter, why not? What? Okay. So to sum everything up, Kojiro is Nayuta's father's younger brother? Yes, that's correct. Several minutes had passed after the surprising revelation. With Kojiro and Nayuta's explanation, I felt like I got a handle on the situation. If I had known all this sooner, I would have given him a warmer welcome. I mean, he was kind of suspicious. He's bad at, I guess he was really bad at lying. Couldn't give himself a cover name. Guess he's like Nayuta in that regard. Nayuta's very bad at lying. At least he's like, seems a little bit more adultish though. So I also wanted to say, I appreciate you taking care of my nephew. I'm sure he's given you a lot of trouble, hasn't he? So thank you again. Oh well, you know. Only made our arcade machine explode. Seriously? Uncle Kojiro, don't be so mean. I've been pretty good, you know. And weren't we supposed to keep quiet about being related? Are you sure it's okay you told everyone? I mean, you kind of told everyone yourself, right? You're like, Uncle Kojiro! Nayuta? You're the one who told us all first. You called him Uncle. Yeah, if you hadn't said that, we wouldn't have figured it out. Wait, what? Now he gets it. What a troublesome nephew you have. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Uncle Kojiro. Nah, it's okay. You actually made it easier for me. Easier for you? You mean the real reason you came here today was to tell me? That's right. I was gonna explain everything anyway. And why else would he be here to deliver cake, and why would he stick around for half an hour? Why did they send Nayuta on like a wild goose chase though? Sounded like they wanted him out of the house, but he like managed to come back home in time. But I wasn't quite sure how I was going to broach the subject. How could he be so misleading? And there's one more thing. I'd like to apologize to you, Miss Hibari. Huh? What for? Well, when we met the other day in Kamakura, you seemed extremely wary of me. I guess I can't deny that. I mean, you didn't want to even give her your name. So the reason you kept your full name private was to prevent people from finding out about your connection to Nayuta, right? Yeah, right. This thing is gonna be like nepotism. Yes, I was keeping that a secret when we met, but it made me seem suspicious and overall was very rude of me. Oh no, please don't worry about it. All things considered, there was nothing you could do about it. Yeah, such a respectable reason, it almost feels anticlimactic. When he said he was running an errand for grandfather, I thought for sure he was up to something. It seemed like the only good thing to come out of this whole situation was... I'm glad to find out that not everyone in the Yakami family is like Nayuta. Yeah, they're not all like... They're not all like dumb as a brick. They're not all like dogs. They're not making like things explode or taking out telephone poles or some normal ones. They do seem like... I guess he is from a martial arts family, and it seems like he's also probably from a family of bodyguards. At least maybe the Tojo family just like picks out bodyguards from like a pool. Like a pool of like that family. Kind of like Samir and Arata in Grand Bazaar. Like a special martial arts family that just serves that family. Yep, that was the main takeaway. But that one fact made me feel a lot better. I'm still really surprised though. I can't believe Nayuta's uncle is one of the Tojo's family's bodyguards. So then, was Nayuta chosen as a suitor because of his relationship to Kojiro? Sounds like it. Oh, no, not at all. That has nothing to do with it. Just because I'm close to the master doesn't mean Nayuta will have any sort of advantage. I mean, I think that might be part of it though, like that extra connection. Like otherwise Nayuta would just be some unrestrained force of destruction. To be honest, I'm actually pretty worried about him and I'd rather he just admit defeat. Come on, why are you picking on me? You're supposed to back me up. Is it gonna be like backstory or something? Like, because obviously it's in the family. Maybe like Nayuta went to work with Kojiro or something and saw Hibari from a distance. And it was just like love at first sight or something. Oh, be quiet. I worry every darn day about the messes you must be getting into. See, my hairline's receding from all the stress. Oh sure, blame your baldness on someone else again. Everyone else probably understood Kojiro's pain, except for Nayuta. And maybe Shion didn't either. Let's just throw Shion on there. Ugh. Instead of sticking your nose in other people's business, how about you worry about yourself? Still single, huh? What did you say? It's been, what, 5 years since you said you wanted to settle down? Looks like that's been going real well. Still the same as ever, aren't you? Now go take a lap around town. What? Wait, what? Why? Do as I say, or else I'll tell everyone here how old you were when you stopped wetting the bed. Okay, I'm going. There he goes. Kojiro watched as Nayuta sulked out of the room, and then he let out a big sigh. Sorry about all that. He's a firecracker, alright. Always has been. Yeah, I figured. He's probably always marched to the beat of his own drum. If anything, I respect you all the more. You've had to deal with him for over 20 years. Thanks. Hearing you say that makes me feel a little better. He chuckled softly, then Taiga spoke up. So, is that all you wanted to say, Pops? Huh? Not quite. Kojiro nodded his head towards me awkwardly and threw me a meaningful glance. There's something else you wanted to discuss with me. Yes, I'm sorry, but could we talk in private? At Kojiro's request, I went out to the courtyard with him. The sky was just changing colors. I heard something from the master. He said you chose Nayuta as your fiancé. I said, are you crazy? I had a feeling that's what he wanted to talk about. The other candidates didn't know that I had chosen a tentative fiancé. I had expected this topic to come up when the others weren't around. Yes, but he's a tentative choice, so it's not like it's set in stone yet. Yes, I heard about that as well. Something about the branch families and such. Grandfather must really trust this man to tell him that much. I nodded appreciatively. Kojiro then stopped speaking and looked me directly in the eye. So, why Nayuta? What? I watched him grow up since he was a baby. That's why I know he's not exactly Tojo's son-in-law material. He's definitely not a bad person, but he's a handful and careless, and he gets into heaps of trouble the moment you take your eyes off him. I don't even know if he's ever been properly responsible before he started living here. Couldn't help but break out into a smile as Kojiro talked. Miss Hibari? Sorry, just feels like I'm kind of talking to Nayuta's father. Don't you embarrass me now. Kojiro forced a smile and scratched his cheek aimlessly. I smiled softly at him. You don't have to worry. Yeah, Nayuta is a bit careless, but he's also obedient, upstanding, and honest. He's a very good boy. He's very likable. Kojiro closed his eyes, folding his arms, and furrowed his brow. He stayed like that for a while, just thinking. Eventually he spoke again, this time with more seriousness than before. Let me ask you just one last thing, just to be sure. Do you think there's a chance he'll actually become your fiancé, Miss Hibari? Oh, well, Kojiro looked so serious. There's no way I was gonna say something bad. I thought for a moment and said, okay, it says to choose this one, which seems like the wishy-washy option, but I guess I'm considering it. Seems a little bit more uptight. He leveled up his club into an axe. I have no idea. I think grandfather would be mad at me for saying this, but to be honest, I always thought marriage was still a long way off for me. That's why. That's why when you asked about grooms and husbands, you just can't imagine any of it yet, right? That's right. Even though I think Nayuta's a good person, when I'm asked if I think he's a good husband, I just don't know. I see. After hearing my response, Kojiro folded his arms again and mulled things over for a short while. I'm sorry I don't have a better answer. This is just like when grandfather questioned me. I'm being evasive without offering an answer. However, don't look so down, Miss Hibari. But it's totally fine to be undecided. By all means, take your time thinking through everything. You mean it? After all, this is a decision that will affect the rest of your life. It's natural for you to be cautious. Just because you made one choice doesn't mean you're completely bound to it. If after much consideration you find you're interested in a different suitor, you should feel free to choose that person officially. And if you dump Nayuta and me and the rest of the family will take care of him. I'll just throw him on the street. I guess that's okay. I understand. Thank you very much for talking with me. Kojiro had finished with his errand, so he left after that. Nayuta's uncle. I admit I thought he'd seemed rather suspicious when I first met him, but I think I understand why grandfather keeps him close by. It would be beneficial for the Yagami family if Nayuta got engaged to me, of course. But I don't think Kojiro cared about any of that at all. I was a little curious as to why that was the case. So, he's Nayuta's family, huh? Once I realized that and how well he must know Nayuta, it all made sense. Okay, learn something about Nayuta. Not just some rando. An unexpected relation has been cleared. I have a feeling that probably the next chapter might go hand in hand with this chapter, but I think I will save it for the next episode. We've been going for quite a while. Let's save. Okie doke. Alrighty, I hope you guys are having a fun and relaxing time. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.